by Napoleon. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Listen, folks. Let your imagination travel back over the march of time to those nights when the Emperor of all France lay stretched out in sleep on this very pallet. Doesn't it make the blood fairly tingle in your veins? Who knows? But by sleeping in this bed, you yourselves may be imbued with some of the greatness that was Napoleon.
Got a corn? Just tired. My feet used to hurt me, too. Have you been in New York long? 7 months. Came here to get a job. I'm an actress. Oh, are you? Haven't had much luck, though. I can't get any work either. I'm a waitress. I could use a waitress right now. Yeah. I wouldn't mind serving me some food myself. It's awful being a stranger in New York and not having any money. Worst part's not having nothing to do to pass the time. That's why I go to auctions. Get you off the street anyway. I go to auctions, too. Mostly, though, I go to funerals. Whose funerals? Anybody's. Oh, there's a swell undertaking place over on Broadway. It's beautiful there, and they have the sweetest music. Don't you know the people who are getting buried? I know them as well as anybody else does then. Well, how do you do it? Oh, you just go in and sit down and cry with the others. Nobody pays any attention to you. I don't like to cry. I feel it's the least I can do. It helps to give them a better send-off. Gets you a chance to sit down, too. I went to 4 funerals there in one day last week. You know, Thursday it poured so. The funniest thing happened. I was crying, but I had to laugh. It was the 4th funeral, and a man that works there comes up to me and he says, you're certainly losing a lot of your friends, ain't you? Say, I thought I'd die. One day last week, my landlady locked me out of my room. It was down to my last nickel, so I had to ride up and down the subway all night. All night long? Oh, I didn't mind it much. It was warm, and besides, I always liked to travel. Yeah, but that seems like going someplace just to come back from nowhere. Everybody's going. Yeah, I guess the auction's over. Already? I guess so.
A bed that Napoleon slept in, and I couldn't even get a bid. Well, that's all there is to be sold. Goodbye, Mr. Otkar. Goodbye.
Well, Mr. Otkar, there's no chance of selling this. It's too old.
Yes, perhaps it is.
I'll write it off as worthless, and you can keep it yourself.
Well, that's very kind of you. After all, when one has a bed, one knows where he can sleep at night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, mister.
Yeah?
Is the auction over?
Yes, it's over.
Oh, that's too bad.
Did you want to buy something?
I just wanted to get a drink of water.
Well, I guess I can give you a drink of water. Come in.
Is this your store?
It was. I failed.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh, it has its compensations. The auction sale enabled a few people to come in, be interested in something for a little while. Also gave you a chance of getting a drink of water.
Well, that isn't much compensation for failure.
Failure? I'm not so sure that I know what failure is.
Look at me.
How do you know you're a failure?
I spent 12 years studying the violin, and I can't make a living. I haven't even a home.
Well, even that has its compensation. At least not having a home, you can carry your violin around with you. Suppose you'd spent 12 years studying the piano. Sit down, won't you? I haven't a home either. No, but then I don't worry about being homeless and perhaps a little hungry. What bothers me is I don't know what to believe in anymore.
I could believe like everything in that bottle of milk.
You're welcome, sir. Would you like an egg also?
Would I? And some bread, too?
I can help you to that extent.
Oh.
God, it's hot. You eat like a good musician.
Good. I'm great. And no one wants to hear me play. Already I've been a big success in Europe and in Pittsburgh, PA. Here. Read that.
Morris Rosenberg, concert violinist.
That's me.
First prize, Paris Conservatory, soloist with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra.
Read what the critics said about me.
Mr. Rosenberg is a genius on the violin. Oswego Press. It's fine. Mr. Rosenberg was adequate. Pittsburgh Times. It seems to me that you made a mistake in leaving Oswego.
I came to New York to make money. I had to pawn everything. All I have now is my violin and my coat with a fur collar, so people will think I am a success. What is the matter with everybody that a man can't find work to do? Is that the way to run the world? Did I study all my life just to learn how to be a beggar? I haven't even a bed.
I have a bed. I'll give you half.
What can I do with half a bed?
Half a place to sleep is better than none.
Well, where could you put it?
I've always wanted a vacation. Out in the country. I'll tell you what. We'll carry our bed over to the park.
Sleep in the park?
Where have you been sleeping?
In the park?
Well,
But on a bench.
think of it. A beautiful lake, lovely trees, majestic highways. A vast estate to live on. Say we'd be kings.
Would the police realize we were kings? That's the question.
Well, come on, let's have the courage to be ourselves. The man next door has a pushcart. I'll borrow it. Come on. Let's take the bed apart.
I shouldn't have let you talk me into this. It's crazy.
It's a great adventure. We start with a bed, the symbol of civilization. The bed is the nucleus around which the family is built.
I studied 12 years to be a musician. And all I get from life is this, to sleep in the park on half a nucleus.
Remember, we're born and we die in the bed. You see, we have the two ends of our lives. Now all we have to do is fill in the middle.
And avoid the police.
That'll be easy. We'll find a nice, quiet, secluded nook. Well, this is where we'll set up our house.
We have only a bed and already the man calls it a house.
All right, let's call it a room then.
I don't like big rooms.
Oh, look at that high ceiling.
Well,
Thing you will yourself to be. Or you have God's greatest gift, the right to dream, but you won't use it. You could be a king.
All right, I'll try. With imagination, I am now a king waiting for the dark.
That's better.
But also, I am a very hungry king.
Are you awake?
Business is picking up. People are beginning to spend money again.
Yes, those that have it are spending it. There's a lot of people still sleeping in the park.
Hey. Come on, kid, end of the line.
What is it?
It's 242nd Street.
242nd Street?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. This is 242nd Street?
Well, it was 2 hours ago. I don't see how anyone could have moved it.
Well, I guess I'll go back to Brooklyn then.
You just come from Brooklyn.
Oh, I'm going back.
To Brooklyn?
Yes.
What are you doing, traveling at random?
Oh, what's so funny about it? I was in Brooklyn and I left there. And now I'm sorry and I'm going back.
Well, it's your body. I suppose you got a right to shift it.
Maybe it is there. If this is a bed and there are two men sleeping in it, what do you think you're doing here?
Well, you see, officer, it was this way. This was the only place we could find to put up our bed.
Well, you had an original idea, I'll say that for you.
We thought we were starting something.
Yes, and you'd better end it as soon as you can. You're violating the law, and I should arrest you. But it's too fine a morning for me to get mad. Now, I tell you, I didn't see you, and I don't know what this is all about. But I'll be back before I go off duty, and if you're not gone, I'll have to run you in. And good luck to you.
He's a kindly man.
We better get out of here before he becomes less kindly. I knew we'd end up by being arrested.
I beg your pardon. I seem to be a bit confused. Could you tell me if this is an entrance or an exit?
It's an exit.
I thank you very kindly.
Oh, this is all right.
Swing around. We'll put it right here in the corner. Come on. Back it up. Back it up off the sidewalk.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
I don't think it'll be in the way here. Hey, we've got to find some other place to put up the bed tonight. You wait here. I'll go back in the park and look around.
No. Let me look. You stay.
No. You're an artist. I'm a businessman. This is a problem in housing. It's more in my line.
Well, I don't want to be left alone with a bed here in the street.
I won't be long.
Well, all right. I'll practice while you're gone.
Oh. Hello, officer.
Does the bed float?
No, I'm just looking around.
So am I.
Mister, do you want me to pass the hat for you?
Do I what?
Well, after you play, do you want me to pass the hat for you?
Pass the hat for my music?
Maybe I could do something, too.
Do something?
I've been on the stage. I could recite while you play.
I'm not playing for pennies. I'm practicing. I'm a great artist, not a hat-passing fiddler.
Oh, I only want enough to get something to eat.
You're an imbecile.
I could pass the hat for you anyway.
Will you go away? If I feel an impulse to kick you...
Excuse me, sir. I'm just an ignorant man, but I've always had a hankering to play a tune on a fiddle.
What tune?
McCushla.
Oh, this?
Tis a sweet tune, sir. Do you think I'd ever be able to learn to play it? Not good like you, but just in a sort of a way that out of the sounds I'd make, you'd know I'd be playing McCushla?
Well, I've had no luck.
I've had great success. While I was playing my scales and a bit of Bach for the exercises, a crowd gathered. And when I finished, they gave me applause. It was like a concert.
Yes, but we're still as homeless as before. So my name is Otkar. What is your name?
Sweeney, sir.
How to do, Mr. Sweeney? You'd like to learn to play the violin?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, you work around here. Would you know of any place where we could hide a bed?
Hide a bed?
Oh, any place. Any place will do, just so the bed will be out of the weather and out of sight. Now, you tell me of such a place, and you will start your musical career at once.
There's a stable in the park where I keep my tools.
Does anyone ever go there?
Nobody but me.
Is it big enough for a bed?
It is.
Well, Mr. Rosenberg will teach you to play the violin if you let us live in your tool house.
Oh, would you now? It wouldn't be hard to learn me. I have all my fingers and I pick up things easy, and I have talent, too. It was only this morning I was sweeping around a lamppost, and that's one of the most critical operations in my profession. I looked up, and there was my boss watching. He said, "Sweeney," says he to me, "you have the soul of an artist."
Yes, Mr. Sweeney. Yes. Mr. Rosenberg here will be very happy to teach you to play the violin. That's a fair exchange. You gratify your musical ambitions, and we have a place to live. Say, when can we move in?
You'd have to wait until it got dark.
Oh, God, forgive me if in this way I procure a roof for myself and my fiddle.
I'll turn on the light.
Is it clean?
Well, I'd say it was clean in a kind of a dirty sort of a way. You better bring in your cot with the bed before somebody sees it. And you can light a fire on the stove there if it gets too chilly for you. And there's running water there at the horse trough.
Mr. Sweeney, you're a benefactor of the human race.
Well, I'm not that yet, but after I learn to play me tune on the fiddle, there's no telling.
No, of course there isn't.
Well, good night to you.
Good night. Good night, Mr. Sweeney. Say good night to Mr. Sweeney.
Good night, Mr. Sweeney.
Good night to you, sir. I'll be back in the morning for me cart.
Good night, Mr. Sweeney.
Good night.
Is that you, Michael?
Who did you expect?
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Mary. I got home just in time. 'Tis beginning to rain.
Oh, it'll make your work easier for you tomorrow.
It will.
Oh, my liver's burning.
It smells good.
Was it a good day for you?
Fair.
Well, you've got a good supper waiting.
I'll wash me hands.
Yes, I would.
It's a funny thing, Mary. I'm hungry and I feel guilty about it.
And why?
Well, I'm going to eat my supper now.
Sure, that's no sin.
But I just left two fine men and they don't know where their next meal is coming from.
These are hard times, Michael. Sure, 'tis the grace of God that's about us. You with a steady job and me running the elevator at Mr. Sheridan's bank.
We've got our share of luck.
Where are the men?
In the stable over in the park where I keep my tools.
Oh, God help him, the poor soul.
You know, Mary, I think that's one of the faults with life. We're expecting God to do all the helping. You know, after supper I'm going back and bring them a bit of tea.
I would that then. And I take some sugar with it.
I will.
You who were played upon by the great Isaiah himself are soon to be tortured by Mr. Sweeney. And I'll have to listen to it.
Yes, but just think, it's raining outside, and here we are in a house that's warm and dry. And we owe it all to your fiddle.
Yes, a price my fiddle will have to pay.
Well, I'm going out to look for some food. I feel like Robin Hood of old, about to launch himself upon a great adventure. Oh, it's a little hard to imagine Robin Hood with an umbrella, but times change.
Where are you going?
Going hunting. There's a very fashionable restaurant in the park where only millionaires dine. Who knows? I may capture a wild tenderloin steak.
I don't approve of robbery, and my conscience won't allow me to eat stolen food. So if you bring anything back, don't tell me how you got it.
I don't approve of stealing either, but tonight I feel like another man. So if I see any food, I'm going to let the other man get it. Hope for the best, will you?
One roast chicken. Coming up.
Please! No, wait a minute. I didn't bring back that chicken. I haven't got it. Police! Stop thief! Police!
I'm sorry.
My salary.
Your what?
My salary.
Was that what you took?
I reached for a chicken.
Police! Police! Police!
What was it? It's a kidnapping, I guess.
Oh, my knee.
Here, I'll help you. Come on.
Now, hold up. I stopped. There were 5 guys. I almost grabbed one. Hold up, King. Hold up. Where?
You've done your best, brother. Run while you can.
No, we'll stay here till excitement blows over.
What's the matter?
The man murdered his wife. Did she die? He did if he killed her.
Hold up. Where?
Swooning in the rain, sure, and that's love. I'm sorry to disturb you, children, but what's all the commotion around here?
They said that a man stole something to eat.
Oh, it's that, officer, and I thought it was a murder, no less. Which way did he go?
He went that way.
Well, I'll go this way.
That was a close shave.
What a hero you turned out to be. Thanks a lot.
We're sort of partners in crime. Funny, when I bumped into you, I was on the same errand that you were, looking for food.
Here. Have some celery.
Well, if you don't want it, I'll take it home and make some soup out of it.
Have you a home?
Yes, just moved in. Yeah, I live in a stable in the park here with a musician. We have a bed and stove and running water.
It sounds like heaven to me.
Where do you live?
In the subway, mostly.
Well, that sounds like an exciting neighborhood.
It isn't.
Why don't you go back home?
I haven't any back home. I'm an orphan. I was born an orphan, I guess. I don't remember being anything else. I came here to get a job. I'm an actress.
Oh, right. Sing and dance?
Oh, no, not that kind. Oh, I want to be a great actress. Juliet and, parts like that.
Oh, you aim at the stars.
Yes, but it seems whenever I aim at the stars, the nights are always cloudy.
Oh, well. Perhaps it's more important to aim and to get what you aim at. Say, that reminds me. My aim was to get something to eat. I've got to be going now.
Oh, mister, take me with you. I've lost my nerve. Yesterday I lied to a child and took his candy. Tonight I stole. I'm frightened. Please don't leave me.
But, my dear woman, we're 2 men living in a stable.
I won't be any bother.
Well, it wouldn't look right.
Oh, I'll be very quiet.
Where would you sleep?
I'm used to sleeping in corners, and besides, I could keep the place clean for you. Oh, mister, please, I'm afraid. If you leave me, I don't know what I'll do.
You haven't eaten much lately, have you?
Bits now and then.
Not a meal.
Not in days.
Well, come on, let's go home. This is where we live.
Right next to the zoo. We have monkeys for neighbors.
Yeah, lots of people have.
If you stole it, don't tell me if it's something I can eat.
A bunch of celery. Oh, and a guest.
Who?
I'm Elizabeth Cheney.
He's Mr. Rosenberg. I'm Mr. Otkar. She's going to stay here.
He's going to stay here? Oh, the man owns only one bed, and already you'd think the bed was a hotel. Besides, Otkar, don't you realize there's such a thing as morality? This is a girl.
I realize that a girl can be just as homeless as a man. Now, you understand, of course, that you stay here as one of us. Our relations will be entirely impersonal. We won't fall in love with you, and you won't fall in love with us. It'll be just as though 3 men are living together in a room. Or 3 women.
3 men, please.
I understand.
But how do we know what she's like, this girl? Maybe she takes fits.
I do not take fits.
Ah! It's you!
Yes, it's me.
You've seen her before?
Yes. She wanted to pass a hat while I played.
I didn't know he was a real violinist.
Well, you heard me play, didn't you?
Yes, but you couldn't help him that.
There, you see? You bring home an insult her.
Oh, no, she didn't mean it that way.
Well, if she stays, I get out.
You don't have to get out. I'll go.
Oh, no, don't go. Wait a minute.
Thanks, Bo.
What's the matter?
I just feel a little dizzy.
Come on, let's get that wet coat off.
Well, I'll be all right in a minute.
Soaking wet. She's hungry.
Hungry?
Get the wet shoes off. Those stockings are soaking wet. Come on, hurry up. Take them off.
Otkar, why didn't you say she was hungry?
Come on, heat some water. Hurry up.
I made some tea. And we have sugar. Mr. Sweeney brought them.
Oh, God bless Mr. Sweeney. Come on, here you are. Here, drink this. This will warm you up.
I feel better now.
That's fine.
I'll go in a minute.
What? Go out on a night like this? Are you crazy?
But I thought...
Hey, what am I, a monster that I would let you go out and starve when you can just as well starve here with now and again some food, maybe?
I can stay then?
Stay as long as you like, till tomorrow morning.
Thanks.
He has to grumble. It makes him happy.
Well, I'm so happy I could sing.
You're not a singer, are you?
No.
Nothing is worse than a singer. Big bags of wind that make faces. That's all singers are.
Let's hope your troubles are over. Tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow. Maybe I won't wake up at all tomorrow. Maybe I'll sleep and sleep. Never wake up anymore. And all through the winter, I won't know how hungry I am or how cold. And in the spring...
In the spring, the tulips will be out. Along the park wall, the cherry trees will be in blossom. If you're sleeping, you won't see them.
I guess you're right. And no matter how bad the winter is, it's worth living through. Just to feel the spring again.
Why, in the morning, the sun may be shining. You'll feel differently about everything. Even for us who have nothing. The day is full of hope. Well, at least until the afternoon.
Until night, too, when you have celery to eat. It's good.
Rosenberg. And she's hungry.
But I'm not now. I guess it's because I don't feel so alone.
I'm afraid you are suffering from the greatest hunger there is, human kindness. Get some sleep now.
She's not going to sleep in the bed.
She says she's very quiet.
Well, suppose she kicks.
Well, that needn't bother us.
If she kicks me, I'll kick her back.
You're not going to sleep in the bed.
What?
We'll find some other place.
Oh, now listen, Otkar. If she sleeps in the bed, two of us will be inconvenienced. But if we take the bed, only one will be put out. That's logic.
Oh, I'll sleep any place.
Look. There's a very nice manger here. She'll just fit.
I'll sleep there.
Yeah, what's the matter?
Hey! What are you doing in here?
What is this?
Well, I got cold during the night.
Oh, no wonder my feet were so warm.
It's the police.
No, don't be afraid.
Are you awake yet? Oh, it's Mr. Sweeney. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Did you sleep well?
Oh, wow.
It's a fine day. I thought maybe you'd like a bite of bread with your tea. So I brought...
Miss Cheney, this is our very kind benefactor, Mr. Sweeney.
Good morning.
Mona. Did, she, was, you know what I mean?
She stayed here last night to get out of the rain.
Oh, could I have a word in your ear?
Yes, of course.
You know, this has always been a respectable stable, used only for me tools.
Mr. Sweeney, as far as we're concerned, the respectability of the street cleaning department remains inviolate.
That's all I wanted to know.
And tonight, Mr. Rosenberg will give you your first lesson on the violin.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. There's the bread for your tea.
Oh, thanks.
Good luck to you, sir.
Well, we've got bread. I think we'd all feel better if we had a bath.
I know I would.
Rosenberg, you and I will go down to the lake. I'll give her the place alone. Got any soap?
Nope.
Towel?
Mm-mm.
Her shirt, a little bit frayed, but it's better enough. Use this as a towel.
And I wouldn't take your
All right. No, it's all right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Rosenberg, come on. Let's go. Hurry up, Rosenberg. Come on.
Oh, Mr. Rosenberg,
Yes?
you got a needle and thread?
No.
Well, if you'll get one, I'll put a patch in the seat of your pants.
Oh. Thanks.
All we lack is food.
Oh, yeah. A mere flea bite.
I have an idea where we can get that, too.
A flea bite?
Rosenberg, how would you like to have some meat?
Real meat? Maybe a nice plump chicken. You mean the kind of a chicken we can eat?
Maybe a bake.
Boy.
I have a plan.
What are you looking for? Look, there's an egg.
Well, what about it?
Say, I didn't know this fence was on. How do you get in here? Please stop talking like that. If anybody hears you, we'll be arrested.
Look.
Now, this is more practical. If we could snare one of those little pigs, we'd have enough to eat for a week.
My mother should hear you.
There's real meat.
Sunny weather, past the prison, I wanna run around with everybody understanding. I done told you about acting like that every time you see me, and all that about everybody.
That's not regular eating meat.
Well, they're feeding it to the lions.
I should eat meat that lions eat.
Oh, you're just as good as any lion. Say, now look. Do exactly what I told you. When I wave my hand like that, you start to play.
All right.
Hurry up. Go on, Steve.
I'll try.
Sit down and stop acting a fool. You know I'm gonna give you. Don't want this fat, do you? Man ain't gonna fire me by giving you...
Hello, keeper. Say, does the lion get meat for breakfast?
Yeah, well, in one way he gets it for breakfast, another way he just gets it. He don't even know it's breakfast.
Oh, doesn't he?
Knows all he knows is meat. Read this thing, try to eat it all.
Say, tell me, is this meat, is it fit? Is it fit for people to eat?
Well, I don't know, sir, but I eat it.
You do?
Yeah, see, I started to feed them, and I seen how powerful they was, and I said, if this meat do that for them, it'll do it for me, so I've been eating it ever since myself.
Well, did it do that for you?
Well, I tell you, before I eat any of it, I didn't have no pep at all. Couldn't go no place, and couldn't even talk. And to fact about the only thing you could say about me is I just was. I acting a fool.
Say, there must be a lot of strength in this meat, isn't there?
Oh, well, you can see what it's just for me and him, just straight and meat. Well, you dance too? It's still going, but man, something. And you ever know that time? You need. Wait a minute. You do that and what I just tell you. Nothing. Wait a minute. I used to do this one here on the cycle. Coach this time. You got to watch this one close, you see. Correct, make what you call a... That's 6 minutes. Man, sure is funny. I have it.
Wait a minute, don't cut in. You have what?
Meat!
What kind of meat?
Lion meat! We've been hunting.
Now, don't tell me you've gone and killed a lion.
Oh, more exciting than that. We're going to eat. Rosenberg's gone to find Sweeney to borrow a stew pan.
Bravo!
This is it.
You don't live here.
No, my wife works here. This is Mr. Sheridan's bank. She's driving the elevator.
Is that so?
Good morning. She's on this side today, I guess. Mary, this is Mr. Rosenberg, the man that's going to learn me to play the tune on the fiddle.
How do you do, Mr. Sweeney?
How do you do, sir?
I wonder if you would be kind enough
You
to...
know, I thought maybe if you were going to play something here to pass the hat.
Mr.
Mary.
Sweeney, will you please try and remember that I am an artist, that I play only at concerts before great audiences, that I was principal soloist with the symphony orchestra. In Paris, I won the Conservative Award for my music. In Berlin, I was... Oh, by the way, could I borrow a stewing pan?
If what?
A stewing pan, you know, to stew.
To stew?
Yes, it's for meat. We have meat.
Oh, to cook meat, dear.
Yes.
Indeed, you can. Michael will get you one from the house.
Oh, Miss Sweeney.
Oh, good morning to you, Mr. Sheridan.
You mind that now? What? Didn't you hear him say good morning to her?
Well, is the world coming to an end because of that?
But he's the president of the bank.
Oh, so that's a bank president.
It is. He has all our savings. Look. In there. There's not much, but when it's all you've got, it seems like everything.
He's worth millions. I have nothing. God made me just as good as him. Yet look at the difference between us. He got out of a clean bed this morning, had a bath, put on fresh linen, ate a fine breakfast, and now he comes here where everybody will jump at his slightest whim.
Sure, I don't begrudge him. His food may be better than mine, but his appetite ain't. And he can't lie in 2 beds at a time. So mine is just as good as his when I'm asleep.
Oh, but it's the power he has, the things he can do. He's the captain of his own soul and probably the souls of thousands of others. He has the real freedom. Ours is just an imitation. He can go where he likes, do what he pleases. What I wouldn't give to live his life.
You look tired. Didn't you sleep last night either?
I went to Mr. Newcomb's house about 11.
The president of the Brokers' Trust Company?
Yes. I pleaded with him till 3 o'clock this morning. He said he couldn't help us. His own bank's just as badly off as mine. I walked the streets till 5. I couldn't sleep.
But you've got to think of your health, Mr. Sheridan. Oh, I know the bank's facing a crisis, but you won't be much help in it if you're dead.
I might be. At least I have insurance. That could go to the depositors.
You wouldn't be coward enough to do anything silly.
Standards have changed. I'm afraid there's no such thing as cowardice anymore.
But there's still courage. Why, I see examples of it every day among the new poor. Some of them are beautifully brave.
That's what hurts. Their futile bravery and their faith in me. People like Mrs. Sweeney, thousands of them, put their money in my bank. Their life savings, many of them. They trusted me. Well, what am I going to tell them now? The bank's in danger of failing. Can I say that stocks I bought were no good? They know nothing of stocks. Shall I tell them that foreign nations repudiated their bonds? They think only in terms of families, not nations. All they'll know is that they gave me their savings to keep for them. They won't be able to get their money back. They'll call me a thief.
But there's still hope.
Very little.
The market closed strong yesterday.
It would have to go up 20 points to make our collateral even halfway acceptable.
At least you won't accomplish anything by worrying. Did you have bread?
I couldn't eat.
Let me get you some.
It'll make me ill. Send in Mr. Carhart.
Oh, I wish I could do something, Mr. Sheridan.
Thank you, Miss Weber. Nothing to do, I'm afraid, but just wait. You know, I've been under this strain so long that I've forgotten what peace of mind's like. But somewhere in the world, I suppose there are people who are laughing, happy, carefree.
This is the best meal I ever tasted. Nice.
I just thought of something that surprised me.
What?
I'm happy.
Doesn't seem to take any effort to be happy tonight.
You two should be happy. Isn't everyone that can live with a great musician?
Why, they're hard to get along with?
How can anyone cook so good and be so ignorant?
Come in.
Oh, hello, Mr.
Oh, hello, Miss Sweeney.
Oh, Mr. Sweeney.
You have it fixed up nice.
What? Thanks to Miss Cheney.
Well, I came from the lesson.
What'd you happen?